Hi, I'm Allison, and I will be your gossip buddy today. But before we begin, hit the subscribe button, then the notification bell, and we'll update you on our latest videos. Give us a like and share our video if you are impressed. Now, ever since the World Health Organization director declared COVID-19, also known as the coronavirus, as a pandemic, the world doesn't seem safe anymore. You're not safe, and neither am I. But with a little more effort and vitality, we can combat this dread with our full might. It seems to catch on everyone and anyone. Not even your favorite celebrities are immune. Since Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson confirmed their diagnosis in Australia, the question became a matter of when other famous faces would come down with the virus next. Not if. Here's every celebrity who said they tested positive for coronavirus. On Monday, March 16, Idris Elba captioned a video on Twitter saying, "This morning I tested positive for COVID-19. I feel okay, I have no symptoms so far, but have been isolated since I found out about my possible exposure to the virus. Stay home people and be pragmatic. I will keep you updated on how I'm doing." While FaceTiming with Oprah, this is what he had to say.
Concerned at all, Idris, that you were in contact with people before you knew you had it who might also be infected?
Yes, 100%. In the time period from my exposure, which is March 4th, I was around my son, his nanny, my friends. I was around my mother. I was around my wife.
On March 21, Elba's wife, Sabrina Dower, revealed she also tested positive for COVID-19.
Oprah's call.
Have you been tested?
I have. I've been tested. Actually, I found out this morning, Oprah, that I tested positive. So, I'm not surprised as soon as I heard that Idris was potentially exposed. I mean, I was on my way anyways, and I wanted to be with him. I think that's an instinct as a wife. You just want to go and take care. We didn't change the way we I could have made a decision to put myself maybe in a separate room or stay away. And I'm sure that people are making those decisions and are tough decisions to make, but I made the decision to want to be with him and, still touch him. So.
The second couple to contract the virus was Tom Hanks and Rita Wilson. Hanks first shared the news on Instagram that he and his wife tested positive for coronavirus, saying, "We felt a bit tired, like we had colds, and some body aches. Rita had some chills that came and went. Slight fevers too. To play things right, as is needed in the world right now, we were tested for the coronavirus and were found to be positive." The couple, who sign off each post with "Hanks," have been keeping us updated every step of the way. According to new photos from March 27, Hanks and Wilson have returned to LA, looking happy and well. Our next celebrity is Olga Kurylenko. The Quantum of Solace actor revealed she has tested positive in an Instagram post on Sunday, March 16. She wrote, "Locked up at home after having tested positive for coronavirus. I've actually been ill for almost a week now. Fever and fatigue are my main symptoms. Take care of yourself and do take this seriously." She later revealed she had recovered and was spending some quality time with her son. Over to the Maple Country. Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's office reported that the Prime Minister's wife, Sophie, has tested positive for COVID-19. Trudeau's office said in a statement that she is feeling well, is taking all the recommended precautions, and her symptoms remain mild. Their statement read, "Health professionals will reach out to those who have been in contact with Mrs. Grégoire Trudeau as they deem necessary. The Prime Minister is in good health with no symptoms. As a precautionary measure and following the advice of doctors, he will be in isolation for a planned period of 14 days. The statement noted Trudeau would be ready to fully assume his duties and would address the country on the next day. The news comes after he revealed that Sophie began experiencing mild flu-like symptoms after returning from a speaking event in the UK the previous night. NBA player Rudy Gobert of the Utah Jazz tweeted last week that he had tested positive for COVID-19. The first NBA player to test positive for coronavirus is being criticized for a prank he pulled on members of the media, as it could have put them theoretically at risk of contracting the illness. In his original post, he apologized for touching every microphone and recorder in front of him at a media event earlier this month, as a joke. He has since shared his progress on the official NBA Twitter account, saying he is feeling a little better every day. Gobert's Utah Jazz teammate, Donovan Mitchell, has also tested positive for coronavirus. In an interview with Good Morning America, Mitchell said he is asymptomatic. He went on to say, "I could walk down the street. If it wasn't public knowledge that I was sick, you wouldn't know it. I think that's the scariest part about the virus. You may seem fine, be fine, and you never know who you may be talking to or who they're going home to," he added. The soccer domain was no exemption too. A Chelsea soccer team player by the name Callum Hudson-Odoi tested positive for COVID-19, making the list of infected celebrities. In a video he posted on Twitter on Friday, March 13th, this is what he had to say.
"Hi guys, as you may be aware, I had the virus for the last couple of days, which I've recovered from. I'm following the health guidelines and self-isolating myself from everybody for the week. I hope to see everybody soon and hopefully be back on the pitch very soon. Take care."
He went on and wrote, "Thank you for all your good wishes. As I said in the video, I'm feeling good and hope to see you all soon." Next on the list is Christopher Hivju, known for playing Tormund Jonsbane on HBO's Game of Thrones. He revealed on Instagram that he's tested positive for COVID-19 and will be self-isolating at home for as long as it takes. "My family and I are in good health," he wrote in the post's caption. "I only have mild symptoms of a cold. There are people at higher risk for who this virus might be a devastating diagnosis, so I urge you all to be extremely careful, wash your hands, keep 1.5 meters distance from others, go in quarantine, just do everything you can to stop the virus from spreading. Together we can fight this virus and avert a crisis at our hospitals. Please take care of each other, keep your distance, and stay healthy." Rachel Matthews, who voiced the character of Honeymarin in Frozen 2, announced on her Instagram stories that she had tested positive for COVID-19 and has been in quarantine for the past week. "Unsure of what the next step is, been getting mixed info, so we'll keep you posted, but obviously will remain in quarantine until told to do otherwise," she wrote. "I'm feeling better, but I will be posting some info that I hope will be helpful to some. Please feel free to reach out and ask me any questions." She continued, "I really would love to help in any way I can. Again, let's please be mindful of our decisions. Now is the time to be smart and responsible. Let's take care of one another." In breaking news, SportsCenter tweeted that Kevin Durant was among 4 Nets players who tested positive for the virus. Kevin Durant confirmed the positive test to The Athletic and said he is feeling fine. NBA County was quick enough to back up the claims on Instagram. The Kama Sutra and Game of Thrones actor, Indira Varma, was also a victim of this pandemic. The Game of Thrones star revealed her diagnosis on her Instagram account, IndiePindy9. She stated, "So sad, our and so many other shows around the world have gone dark affected by the COVID-19 pandemic. We hope to be back soon and urge you all and the government to support us when we do. Phoenix Eagle rising from the ashes. I'm in bed with it and it's not nice. Stay safe and healthy and be kind to your fellow people." According to The Independent, palace officials confirmed Prince Albert had tested positive for coronavirus. In a statement released, the Prince's Palace of Monaco said that the 62-year-old's state of health is not a cause for concern. He will continue to work from his apartment while under quarantine, the palace added, and will be treated by doctors from the Princess's Grace Hospital, named after his U.S. actress mother. The news comes after the monarch unveiled a series of containment measures for the principality as authorities attempt to contain the spread of COVID-19. Speaking 2 days earlier, Prince Albert announced an indefinite ban on group gatherings within the principality and said that only limited travel for healthcare and food shopping would be permitted. On March 19, the Always Be My Maybe and former Hawaii Five-0 star, Daniel Day Kim, announced he has tested positive for the coronavirus. He has been staying put in his Hawaii home since last Sunday and calls his new facial hair look quarantine chic. In his handle he wrote, "I was diagnosed with COVID-19, the disease caused by the coronavirus. Looks like I'll be okay, but I wanted to share my journey with you in the hopes that you find it informative or helpful. Hope you all stay safe, calm, and above all, healthy." On March 20, Marcus Smart, the Boston Celtics guard, announced on Twitter that he had tested positive for COVID-19, bringing the number of infected basketball players to 4. In his post he wrote, "I was tested 5 days ago, and the results came back tonight, which were positive." He said in a video, "I've been self-quarantined since the test, thank goodness. COVID-19 must be taken with the highest of seriousness. I know it's a #1 priority for our nation's health experts and we must get more testing ASAP.
What's up, everyone? So I just found out I tested positive for the coronavirus. I'm okay. I feel fine. I don't feel any of the symptoms. But I can't stress enough of practicing social distancing and really, keeping yourself away from a large group of people, and just really washing your hands and help protect yourself and help protect others by protecting yourself. Thank you.
Over to American football. The head coach of the NFL's New Orleans Saints told ESPN on March 19 that he had tested positive. He said he is resting at home and feeling fatigued. This is not just about social distancing, he said. It's shutting down here for a week to 2 weeks. If people understand the curve and understand the bump, we can easily work together as a country to reduce it. Take a minute to understand what the experts are saying. It's not complicated to do what they're asking of us. Just that type of small investment by every one of us will have a dramatic impact. Colton Underwood was not so lucky too. The 28-year-old former bachelor revealed on Twitter that he tested positive for COVID-19. This virus doesn't care how old or healthy you are, he wrote in a caption. Please take care of yourselves and your loved ones and stay home. In the video, he pointed out that he is relatively young and in shape and still struggling with the virus. It's been kicking my ass, just to put it bluntly, he said. The Bravo legend, Andy Cohen, revealed his diagnosis on Instagram on Friday, March 20th. He wrote, after a few days of self-quarantine and not feeling great, I have tested positive for coronavirus. As much as I felt like I could push through whatever I was feeling to do from home, we're putting a pin in that for now, so I can focus on getting better. I want to thank all the medical professionals who are working tirelessly for all of us and urge everybody to stay home and take care of themselves. DB Mazur was also a victim of the pandemic. She goes into detail about the whole ordeal in her Instagram post. She reveals that she had tested positive for the coronavirus. For sure, it is a long and touching story, but we can't cover the whole story for now. Read all about her story on Instagram. Now to the British royal family. Per CNN, the heir to the British throne has tested positive for coronavirus, but his wife, Camilla, is negative. The Prince of Wales has tested positive for coronavirus. He has been displaying mild symptoms, but otherwise remains in good health and has been working from home throughout the last few days, as usual. A statement from Clarence House reads. The Duchess of Cornwall has also been tested but does not have the virus. In accordance with government and medical advice, the Prince and the Duchess are now self-isolating at home in Scotland. The tests were carried out by the NHS in Aberdeenshire, where they met the criteria required for testing. It is not possible to ascertain from whom the Prince caught the virus, owing to the high number of engagements he carried out in his public role during recent weeks. On March 30th, Clarence House announced Charles was out of self-isolation, while Camilla would remain so until the end of the week, per government guidelines. Still on the United Kingdom's reign, it was announced on March 27th that the UK's Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, had tested positive. Over the last 24 hours I have developed mild symptoms and tested positive for coronavirus, he tweeted, while continuing to urge people to stay home. I am now self-isolating, but I will continue to lead the government's response via video conference as we fight this virus, he said. CNN anchor Chris Cuomo announced on Twitter on Tuesday, March 31st, that he had tested positive for coronavirus and is quarantining at home. Cuomo, along with his brother, New York Governor Andrew Cuomo, has become one of the faces of the coronavirus pandemic. At his daily briefing on Tuesday, Governor Cuomo shared his brother's diagnosis, adding with his usual color commentary, "He's young, in good shape, strong, not as strong as he thinks, but he'll be fine." Adam Schlesinger, the co-frontman of band Fountains of Wayne, adds up on the list too. He had been hospitalized and on a ventilator after contracting the coronavirus, his attorney told Variety. The musical artist, a 10-time Emmy nominee for his work as a songwriter and musical producer on the CW's Crazy Ex-Girlfriend, sadly died from complications of the virus on April 1st at the age of 52. Rest in peace, Adam. Ollie Wentworth, the actor, comedian, writer, and wife of Good Morning America's George Stephanopoulos, revealed she had tested positive in an Instagram post. I have tested positive for the coronavirus. I've never been sicker. High fever. Horrific body aches. Heavy chest. She wrote. I'm quarantined from my family. This is pure misery. #stay home. The singer-songwriter Sarah Bareilles revealed she had coronavirus on her Instagram stories, but says she is now feeling better. I had it, just so you know. I'm fully recovered, just so you know, she said. And I am just thinking about all the people who are walking through this really tricky time, and sending a lot of love, and just being really grateful for every easy breath, and every day that I get to be walking around. I'm really quiet right now and will probably continue to be quiet, just sort of taking all of this in, and having a lot of feelings, as I do. Also, the central figure of Netflix's hit, Joe Exotic, alias Tiger King in the docu-series, has been hospitalized with coronavirus complications, the New York Post reported on April 2. Brooke Baldwin, the CNN anchor, announced on Friday, April 3, that she tested positive for coronavirus. "I am okay," she posted on Instagram. "It came on suddenly yesterday afternoon. Chills, aches, fever." She also gave a shout out to the doctors and nurses who were doing one hell of a job. Pop star Pink wrote on Instagram too on Friday, April 3, that her family starting showing symptoms of coronavirus and that she tested positive. "My family was already sheltering at home, and we continued to do so for the last 2 weeks following the instruction of our doctor. Just a few days ago, we were retested and are now thankfully negative. It is an absolute travesty and failure of our government to not make testing more widely accessible," she wrote. She also FaceTimed with Oprah and verified on air that she was indeed positive. J.K. Rowling, the author of the Harry Potter series, opted not to be tested. COVID-19 tests are still hard to come by, and many have suggested holding tests for those suffering from severe symptoms, but she took to Twitter to tell her fans that she thinks she had likely suffered from the virus for the past 2 weeks and has made a full recovery. "Thank you for your kind and lovely messages," she tweeted after her announcement. Kenneth "Babyface" Edmonds also tested positive. The R&B singer and producer on April 12 revealed on Twitter that he and his family had tested positive for the coronavirus. "I would like to warmly thank everyone for all the birthday wishes today," he said. "I feel so blessed to be able to celebrate another birthday. I tested positive for COVID-19, as did my family. It's an incredibly scary thing to go through, my friends. But he says they are doing well and are on their way back to full health." And last to appear on the list is George Stephanopoulos. The Good Morning America co-host announced he had tested positive weeks after his wife, Ali Wentworth, confirmed she had COVID-19. He said he wasn't surprised by his test results, but that he's been asymptomatic. "I've never had a fever, never had chills, never had a headache, never had a cough, never had shortness of breath," he said. "I'm feeling great." This marks the end of our video presentation. I would very much love it if you liked and shared this video and subscribe to the Gossip Buddy channel. If not yet, kindly do so. Till next time. Ciao.